Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope you're good. Listen, this is going to be a brief video, basically just breaking things down when it comes to how I started, my, entrepreneurial journey and how things going and all that good stuff. I'm extremely red, guys. At the moment of this recording, it's like extremely cold outside, and like I literally just had the hottest shower in the world, so I'm like red. But yeah, basically, how I got to this information, how I got into the entrepreneurial world, how I got into the business, the online franchise, how I got into, the industry that I'm in. It was kind of an interesting journey, right? And you're gonna figure out why in a second. When I was a kid, I've never, ever, ever been a fan of like the school system. I'm like very much against the system in general. And when I say the system, I mean like the way things have run, I guess, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, since I was young, I kind of knew that I want to be financially like stable at least. But throughout school, no one really was teaching me how to do that. And that really confused me. Like, why am I asked and required to study things that genuinely have zero actual benefit on my life? But when it comes to like finances and like all that good stuff, no one is teaching me anything. So obviously what I did is I didn't pay attention. I was playing video games, playing cards, running from school and all that stuff. But my parents taught me that I need to work. I need to be able to get my own money, which I'm really happy about. They instilled some sort of work ethic since I was young. So I got my first job when I was 14. I was working like in construction, like just the guy for everything, basically, like baking cement, carrying sand, like 50 kg bags of sand and like shit like that, just cleaning and just odd jobs, just whatever they needed, I was doing it. Then got into maintenance in a like a hotel. Then went into reception. Then I was doing different things while I was still in school, like summer jobs. I did summer jobs and stuff like that. And then started working in a golf resort, sorry, a 5-star golf resort. And I think that was the moment where I started figuring out that, oh no, before that I was working for 1 year as an like animator, in like the hotels where you have activities like football, volleyball, games like darts and shit for people like the tourists. And I was like, I was there for a summer, like a long summer, like 7-8 months. And then I went into like the golf complex that I was working in. And like from the hotel and then after to the like the golf course, I started like seeing people having money. Like we went on that golf course, and playing golf in Bulgaria, first of all, is very expensive. All right, I was not born in the UK. I've been here for about 4 or 5 years. And in Bulgaria, playing golf is actually a luxurious sport, whereas the UK, it's not really. Like, anyone can grab the clubs and go play. I'm not even sure that they like require you to have a green card, And in Bulgaria, it's like quite high end. So the people that go there from like Romania, Bulgaria, flying out from the UK, from Switzerland, from Sweden, from Paris, from like some Americans as well, like people from all over the world, like South Africa as well. They would come and play this golf course, and I would see people with money like driving like Bentleys, high-end BMWs, Panameras, Jaguars and stuff like that. And I was like, these people are earning money that I cannot even comprehend, and none of them look smarter than me, and that pissed me off. I was like, some of them are such like you don't even know how is that possible. So I realized that IQ and education and how smart you are has nothing to do with how much money you're making. So I started like realizing that there is some sort of like glitch in the whole system, Obviously I knew it, but then that was like the confirmation. So what happened is I went to university to study business investment and entrepreneurship, because I was like, I need to figure out how to have my own business. Like I want to be like those people, you know what I mean? Um, and I always paid attention and always asked questions to people that have more money than me, and but no one really was helping me. Like people would give ideas and they'll encourage you to keep going, but no one is like, okay, this is what you can do, or like, I'm gonna take you to be my apprentice and stuff like that. Um, and then wait, I need to take this. Sorry guys, had to take this. So what we're saying is like I found like I need to figure out, and have my own business. Went to university, right? Business investment and entrepreneurship, total garbage. No one was teaching me anything of substance. It was same like in school. I'm just studying dumb shit that leads to no practical application to anything. None of them were actually teaching me stuff that I read in books for people with businesses that are, earning millions of dollars. And I got pissed off again. I was like extremely frustrated. So after 2 years of doing absolutely nothing, playing video games, partying all the time, and just wasting basically my time, going to university just for the sake of it. I mean, I was not really going to university as well, to be honest. Like I was just doing nothing. And obviously I've always like trying different things and learning all that stuff. But anyway, and then my family moved to the UK, and my dad said, listen, Brexit is happening. If you want to move, it's either now or you don't. So I was like, fuck it, just dropped out of uni after my second year. I actually finished my second year, and then I dropped out. People are like, you crazy? I'm like, no, you guys are crazy. Like, I know most of you will get your diplomas and fuck all with them. It just doesn't make sense. Like, actually, most of my class, I mean, also other dropped out. Not sure if anyone even have businesses yet, except me and one other guy. Two other people, actually. So 3 people out of the whole class actually do something. The rest are just jobbies. Mad. Um, and went to the UK. But what happened is I got stuck in another vehicle, because imagine you earn, let's say, you know, £1,000 a month working like a dog, and then you move to the UK and you do similar type of job and you're earning £3,000. You feel like you're balling, because you've never even experienced that kind of money before. But then again, unhappy. Like I started hating the hospitality industry, and I used to like. I mean, I do love talking to people, finding out what they like and giving them a good service and all that good stuff, right? Like I've taken pride in my work. Like I genuinely believe that if you were being served by me, whether it was on the golf course or whether it was in a restaurant, you would have had the best experience in your life. Like I'm just being completely honest. Like I know my shit, and I've taken that and applied it into my business right now. The same thing, right? So obviously, like I've learned some stuff. But what I'm saying is I realized that nothing is going to change. Like I was just miserable. I couldn't even spend the money that I was earning. It's not like there were a lot of money, but I mean, I was just extremely tired on my day off. Like I didn't want to do anything, like just sleep and do nothing. So I was just playing video games and just working like a dog and just repeating the cycle. And then I was like, okay, something needs to change. Something needs to happen. And what happened is, I was like, I need to find a mentor, because I was trying different things. I tried e-commerce. I tried like crypto and all that, stuff. Obviously, like just gambling. It was not like proper trading or anything. I tried a bunch of things, guys. Like Instagram theme pages. I joined different groups, different courses. No one was really like helping me like that, like helping me just, get to where I want to go. And I had enough common sense to know that I need to lock in arms with someone who knows what they're doing. Um, and and then what happened is I started. I didn't know, but I was actually applying the law of attraction at the time. I put like a piece of paper, like I have a lot of things right now. You can even see like over there. I got like things that are written down and stuff like all over the wall here as well. Um, and I put like my prayer list, because I grew up in a Christian background. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. You can believe in whatever the fuck you want. And I put on the piece of paper, like I had things that I'm praying about in like a gratitude state. It was more like a gratitude. Thank you for this. And at the end, I was like, I really want someone who is willing and able to help me and mentor me in the business world. Guys, I kid you not, for about 4 to 5, maybe 4 to 6 months, every morning and every evening, I think some of the days, so at least once a day, I would sit and I would pray for 15 to 20 minutes, go over the list and just pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. While I was doing that, I was looking for different things. I joined Hustlers University, I joined this mentorship program, I put money here, I did this. So I was like actively seeking things. I was not just sitting there and doing fuck all, because I realized that nothing is going to change. Whilst this was happening, I was actually working in a restaurant and they offered me a promotion to become a manager. And I was supposed to be earning like quite good money. But then I realized, what is my progression here? There is zero progression. I'm working like a dog. No one can even like replace me on the job because I'm actually that good. When I need a day off, no one can cover me because I'm basically like the Joker, like the car that like can replace anything, like the master key, like I can unlock every door. Very few people could have replaced me, and they were managers as well, but I can replace absolutely anyone because I can do every job, right? That's not freedom. That's not freedom. So I dropped out, went to sales, okay, because I was like, I need to at least learn how to sell, like in sales in corporate, maybe like got percentages and all that stuff, I can make more money, right? But that didn't happen as well. And I was praying at the time, like praying. Then what happened is I got a random message on Instagram from a guy who was as well in Hustlers University. Bradley, shout out to you, my G. And he, we started chatting, we jumped on a call and all that stuff. We connected. He was like, I'm working with those people. I was like, okay, sweet. He was like, do you want to jump on one of the calls? I was like, yes, of course. He was like, these people are earning like multiple 6 figures, 7 figures. And I was like, just put me on, mate, like today. Jumped on a call, and I was just mesmerized by the community and the way that they were speaking, the cadence, the attitude and the shift. And I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Like, this is what I've been looking for. And those people, and they said this is team, and you have access to those people. You can actually get access to those people and they'll work with you. I was like, say no fucking more. So what happened is he connected me with Mr. Jake Parton, who at the time was earning my annual salary on a monthly basis and more. I think his highest month was like 55,000 in a single month, like a few months before he met me, consistently making obviously like bare minimum like 10-15,000 a month. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, how is that even possible? And I didn't even realize that I attracted it from doing that prayer list until like probably a few months after I was already partnered in the business and all that stuff. And I was like, I actually applied the law of attraction at its finest. I had a definiteness of purpose and a burning desire. And he, at the time, he's basically like, he's taken a position in the company where he has the absolute right to not speak with someone like me, who couldn't even get started on the highest level of participation because they didn't have the money. But I was hungry, and I decided that I'm going to become an asset into this person's life, because I'm going to learn how to open up my own business and have time and money freedom. Now, fast moving forward, it's 2 years in, right? 2 years in. Am I earning, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures? Not yet. But my attitude, my income, my health, my body, my bank account, my team has been growing ever since, and I see the possibility. I see that if I applied myself into this vehicle with the hard work that I have, I can live the life that I really want Whereas everything else that I tried up until this point was just not it. Or even if I found a vehicle that I can potentially use, I couldn't find someone who is genuinely willing to help me. I had a guy running Instagram theme pages making about 15, 20 grand a month. I paid him like 2,000 for a mentorship, didn't hear from him for 2 weeks. I was like, bro, I've literally paid you like to mentor me, like, and you don't even like respond to my messages because you're on a private jet flying from Dubai to France. It's not cool, bro. You know what I mean? So, when I found people and with like less than $1,000, I managed to progress and get access to someone making multiple six figures, and they were teaching me how to communicate and how to think and how to change my talk to myself. A big thing that I'm still working on actually is my positive self-talk. Like, you couldn't tell me something that I haven't already told to myself. I'm such a perfectionist that I would rip myself apart before you even have had the chance to tell me what's wrong. Like, I would watch this video 10 times and I would say all of the wrong things that I've said and how this video is already too long and no one gives a shit and no one wants to listen. But I'm actually not doing that for you guys. I'm doing that so I can document my journey and my thoughts at this moment of time and what I would have appreciated to hear from my mentor. And, along my journey of, success and all that stuff. Like, I would actually be watching this like 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and be like, man, you're a G, man. You were awful, but you at least did something. You shared, what you're learning and your experience because someone might listen to it. And I would rip myself apart, but I realized I have to also talk good to myself and appreciate me and love me, and that the world is not how it is, it's how I see it, and the world is a reflection of my inner talk. And as long as I have control over my inner dialogue and my internal emotions and feelings and thoughts, I can create my own reality. And I was like, man, that sounds like a sweet deal. I don't even know if it works or not. Let me try it for like 4 years. What do I have to lose? I started at 23, I'm 25 now. If I'm not earning multiple six figures at least by the age of 30, yes, I failed. But if I do anything more than what I would have done in a job with a standard progression, I've won. Guys, I've won. You know what I mean? And some people just care too much about what people say that they won't start something like that. Of, how would they look and how would they sound and all that stuff. Like, guys, I can keep talking like so much. I have so many things that I need to share, but it's just not the time yet. I'm literally applying everything that I'm learning from these books, and it just works. And I'm waiting, and I've always wanted to like prove everybody wrong as well, but most importantly, prove myself to myself. That's why I'm doing it. I'm quite stubborn. And the most people tell me that it doesn't work or my business is whatever, it's just more fuel to the fire. You know what I mean? But yeah, life's been different, man. Went from living in Bulgaria and Baltic, very small town, to flying to Houston and being at a multiple 9-figure earner's house, playing bowling in his basement, which looks better than my apartment back in Bulgaria. Like, much better. Like, his toilet is more expensive than like his actual, like, just the toilet. It's probably cost the same as my apartment in Bulgaria. That's funny. And yeah, man, life is different, and you can do it. You just gotta apply yourself to the right vehicle and really find people and do as they say before it makes sense, guys. Right? Listen, let's get it. Love you all. This was way too long, but I just want to capture that moment in time and space, and just share it with the world. All right, let's get it. Love you all. If you need anything, you can always reach out to me, and I hope that brought value to you and you learned something from my journey. All right, there is a lot more to it, a lot more soppy stories and stuff like that. This was just like to scratch the surface. All right, let's get it, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. Peace.